Hello everyone and welcome back to the video. Today I'm very excited to bring to you guys a Lord of the Rings themed custom scenario in Age of Empires 2. This map looks absolutely beautiful and it's based on the Lord of the Rings. It's based on some lore from The Hobbit, from the Silmarillion. The lore runs super deep. And listen, I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings nerd. Like I read the books a couple times and I've watched the movies countless times and I've seen The Hobbit, but I don't know too much about it. But I still found it super interesting, and so I'm going to showcase to you guys the map in this video. And I actually played a game on this map, and it was an epic game, probably the most fun I've had with Age of Empires 2 in a long time. I loved it, and it's going to be dropping in a couple days, Wednesday, so this video is going to be dropping on Monday. And if you're watching this, way down the line, make sure to watch both videos because you're going to have a really good time with it if you're into Lord of the Rings. So this was made by a group of guys. They've been working on it for years, as I mentioned, and it's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an overview of this map. And like I said, it's completely playable. You got 8 factions, so 8 civs. The top 4 are the good guys. You have Gondor, the Dwarfs, Rohan, and the Elves. And then the bottom ones are the enemies, or the evil. And it's Eisen Guard, Evil Men, Mordor, and Angmar. And of course, all of it based on, like I said, Lord of the Rings and everything to do around that area. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the map here. And as you can see, it's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to start with the evil side first. We got Angmar up here, and they've got a nice little base. Also, it's worth mentioning that everything, unit-wise, is completely custom. They've got different civilizations with different units, different civ bonuses stacked up, with each other. So even though he's shown as the Celts, it's not really the Celts. It's very different. It's very unique and very custom. As you can see, it's very nice. You got the mountains here separating everyone. You got some trees, some gold, and some resources, and some production buildings, of course. But what I like the most is the defenses and how they're structured amongst the nature and the landscape. Got a waterfall even with a river, and I'm sure all of this is based on certain things in the lore. And over here you've got Bjorn. I don't know if you guys know who this is. And he's got, of course, a shrine near him. So he is involved in some quests. Which brings me to a good point, actually. There's a lot of quests in this game, as you can see, as I show you guys the Lord of the Rings characters. I'll explain some of the quests that you can do. Like, for example, Frodo and Sam taking the ring to Mordor. That is a quest that you can do in this scenario, which is absolutely fascinating. And there's a ton of quests like that are little like side missions that buff your units, give you an advantage. Both evil and good have their own quests. So while they're trying to do their quests, you have to do yours while stopping their quests. The gameplay is insane. It's incredible. So here you got a little bit more from Angmar. And I don't know what this is supposed to represent. The guy who made it obviously told me everything, but at this point I forgot. But I mean, take a look at the landscape. It's so nice, so well done. There's little bridges that connect these different areas. Of course, it is tight passages all around. And then Angmar also have a little outpost out here, a little fortress, which plays a key role. It's got a lot of gold, of course. It plays a key role for this player. So as you can see, if you're playing as Angmar, you're all over the place from the start. And when it comes to evil, generally speaking, they don't have a proper trade route, so gold is very important for them. So as you can see, controlling those gold mines is important. Moving on to Mordor now. This is going to be probably the biggest user for the enemies, for the evil. They've got a little fortress out here. I don't know if I can click the castle here. No specific name, but we've got a little fortress out here. But the main base here is in the corner. And this is the coolest part here. So they've got the 9 Nazgul set up here. This one is... this is the Witch King of Angmar. So as you can see, Angmar actually controls this guy, and he is one of the Nazgul. And you got the other 8 Nazgul out here. So I believe here they have different names, but in the game they have Nazgul names. So they have the names of the 9 Nazgul, which is super cool. I can't show you right now because it's just the start. I believe it becomes different names as the game goes on when you actually play it. So super cool right there. Then you have obviously the main base. In here is actually Mount Doom, so amidst the mountains. So super cool. You have the tunnel that leads you there. And then you have the rest of the Morgul base. So the castles are supposed to have names, but they only have names, I guess, if you let it play. I'm not really sure how that is working, but yeah, this is the headquarters of, I guess, Mordor. And then here, it doesn't show it again, but this is Sauron. As you can see, the stats are incredible. 5,000 HP, a ton of stats. This is, again, the name isn't set properly here, but it's supposed to be Sauron. So if you do a certain quest at the evil side, you unlock Sauron and you get to fight with him, and his stats are insane. So Mordor has access to the Nazgul, Angmar has one, and then you also have Sauron on top of it, which is so cool. And then you have obviously all kinds of units, and yeah, it's going to become more clear when I play the actual game. Like, all the units have different names that are custom. Like here we see Camel Scouts, but it's actually supposed to represent like a Warg Rider or some sort of like orc unit, which is super cool. I don't know who this represents. I mean, again, I wish I had the names, but that's okay. So that was Mordor. Now we can go over to the evil men. Evil men have a big fortress out here, and I'm not sure who evil men are supposed to represent. I think it's the ones that fight at the end, allied with Sauron in that big battle in the third movie. I think it's them. That came in on the ships and whatnot. So yeah, this is like their first fortress, and as you can see, there's a lot of gold that they want to fight over. So the map is, yeah, these are the Dead Marshes. I remember this part. I think that's what they're called, the Dead Marshes. That's where I guess Sam and Frodo passed by. Oh, actually, I forgot to show it, but this is Shelob's cave. So this is not Fierce and Monkey Boy. It's actually Shelob, so you can go through here. So it's super, super detailed. Like, I absolutely love that. And it's a little area you can sneak through here if you've got your hobbits. So yeah, you sneak right into, obviously, into Mordor. So yeah, back to Evil Men. They got a fortress out here. You got a lot of gold out here that they want to fight for. They've also got a fortress down here. And as you can see, look how beautiful the landscape is. Everything's separated by mountains. This is on purpose. So you have to like navigate the map and play it accordingly. You have some navy aspect to it as well. I mean, take a look at the fortress. Everything is just super, super well done. And it's worth mentioning, if you guys want to play this, oh, this is an important unit. It hits the battlefield at some point. But again, I don't have the names here, so it's hard to say what's what. So everything that you see here, or this scenario, is actually playable. I'm going to leave a link to their Discord server if you want to join. They have like 1,000 people in there. So it's going to be in the description below if you're interested in joining them, asking some questions, or even just playing. They're more than happy, and they welcome everyone to go join there as well. So there's a navy aspect to it as well. And we'll take a look at this later when we take a look at Gondor. All right, so that was Evil Men. Now we're going to go over quickly to Eisen Guard here. So Eisen Guard is obviously, a lot to do with Saruman. I don't know who Saruman is. I think it's this guy. Yeah, this guy represents Saruman. Yeah, this is Eisen Guard. So obviously you've got a little bit of a fortress out here. This is the main fortress. You got a little bit of a double castle situation. And this is the dam. This is to do with, or this is related to the Ents. The Ents are actually, if I can find them, where were the Ents? There. Oh yeah. So here, this is like the dam of Isengard, and then I think this is where the Ents spawn. I don't remember, but there's a way to get Ents on the field, which is again part of the lore, which is really cool. So I again love the little artwork they have here, and the nature with the waterfalls. More of Isengard's base up here. Yeah, very cool. And again, more gold, because gold is super important. This is a mix of Angmar and Isengard. So that was the evil situation. Again, you can see a lot of gold. They like to go for a lot of early pressure. Everything's super well represented, and they've got a lot of lore connecting it. Now let's go over to the good guys here, and we're going to start with Gondor, to be honest. So Gondor has a lot of different areas that are all very important, very crucial. So out here, this is actually Faramir. He's represented by Robin Hood. He starts in this little town, and up here, this is one of the areas that you want to defend, like a little outpost. And here you also have a little outpost set up here. I played as Gondor in the game, so and a lot of the quests revolved around getting Faramir over to like this area to trigger something, then bringing him up here, and then bringing him to Minas Tirith. There's a lot of really cool things going on with the heroes. Over here you have King Denethor, and this is Aragorn. So again, related or represented by El Cid. But yeah, they're obviously representing the main characters of the movies and of the book or whatnot. And then over here you've got a nice little town with a dock, and same here with some outposts, and on the bottom as well. This is an important character as well. I forgot who it was though. It was an important character. But yeah, so as you can see, Gondor is like a mix of naval power and cavalry. Your best unit early on is the paladin, but then after you unlock all kinds of units. And the coolest part about Gondor, if I can find it, is the Army of the Dead. So if you go here with Aragorn, it's one of the classes you can do. I'm such a nerd. You go here with Aragorn and you can unlock the Army of the Dead, which is so cool. It spawns you hero units that you can fight that are super powerful. And yeah, it's just one of those things that you want to do and your opponents want to stop you from doing. And if you unlock it, you get really powerful units that represent the dead, or the dead army. Cool, so that was Gondor. So as you can see, very, very big presence on the good guy side. Then you've got the dwarves, which I don't know too much about, but we can take a look at them real quick. They're obviously right outside the gold mines, so they want to fight for the gold mines or to deny the evil from having them. And they've got a lot of different bases out here. So dwarves are quite powerful. They've got a lot of resources available for them and a lot of space, and they also have some navy. And these ships, these fish, sorry, have a lot of food in them. So the water is really important. It's also good to mention that when something dies, like a dock or a castle or a gate, you can't build it back in the scenario. You can't build stone walls, you can't build stone gates, you can't build castles, you can't build docks, and there's a small list that you can't build. So progress is made, and people get strong units. They destroy your buildings, and you can't remake them. So it's really important to stay coordinated and to play on all sides. So here, dwarves have a bit of control. On this side, they can fight for this gold. Dwarves have a bit of control out here that they're also fighting for this gold, and then also out here that they have some gold as well. And I think, oh, Gimli's somewhere. I don't know where Gimli is. I wish I had the names, but he is somewhere in there. So dwarves are all over the place. Then we're gonna move on to Rohan. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention for Gondor and for Rohan, this is Merry and Pippin, and this is Frodo and Sam. And as you can see, they start all the way out here in what's supposed to be the Shire. Do you want to bring them all the way down here in Minas Tirith? And then, of course, with Sam and Frodo, you want to try to make your way through Shelob's Lair if you can. And then, obviously, ultimately, send Frodo up in Mount Doom. And if you do that, all of Mordor collapses. It's so cool. So, like, the red player literally loses. So that's one of the most intense quests that you can do as Gondor. And then Rohan have similar ones with Merry and Pippin to a lesser scale. Oh, no, this is Aragorn. Sorry. That's Aragorn. I don't think this is Aragorn. I think this is Aragorn. Yeah, this is Aragorn. He starts at a Strider and he becomes Aragorn later. Okay, my bad. I messed up. This is Aragorn. I saw him now. So he starts at a Strider and he's chilling out here, and then you have to bring him over here for him to become Aragorn. I think here this is supposed to be Gandalf. This is Gimli, and then this is Boromir, I believe. So. Yeah, super cool. This is Legolas. This Robin Hood is Legolas. It's part of the elves. So yeah, super cool. As you can see, all the main characters coming up. But Rohan has a little base out here. Then they're spread out over here. This area is supposed to represent Helms Deep. So as you can see, Eisen Guard is going to try to push into Helms Deep, and most of the fighting happens here. So between these guys, if they breach this, they're basically breaching into Helms Deep, which you obviously don't want them to have. Gondor can assist, the elves can assist, but really it is Rohan holding the fort. They can pass around here as well, so there's a lot of strategic elements between Eisen Guard and Rohan. That's their main role, but they also have secondary roles and they help with a lot of quests. You've got a few hero units here. Again, I don't have the names, so I can't say who's who specifically. Maybe if I play it, actually. Oh my god, if I play it. Oh, I'm so stupid. If I play it, I see all the names. There we go. So we have Wormtongue, Eowyn, Gamling, King Theoden. Okay, I have to go back and check some units here. Yeah, this is Strider. There we go. Back here, this is Gandalf, Elrond, Gloin, Arwen, Gimli, and Boromir. There you go. I guess some of them right. Let me go back to the Nazgul real quick. There you go. All the Nazgul here. This is Witch King. And then this is Sauron. Yeah, Dark Lord Sauron. There we go. Okay, I just had to play it for a second. Oh man, I feel like I have to redo the video now. So now you have all the names pop up. This is Faramir. There we go. This is hold on. Where's Minas Tirith? This is Minas Tirith. That was Denethor. This is Baragorn. There you go. So not Aragorn. And then over here, this is an important guy, Prince Imrahil. There you go. But anyways, so that's not bad. A little late, but better late than never. So yeah, back to Rohan. So yeah, they have a lot of important areas, mainly fighting, like I said, Eisen Guard. This is Saruman and a few other guys I don't know. Okay, cool. So then the last on the list here is the Elves. Now, Elves have a really cool role, in my opinion, because they are at the corner, so they set up your trade routes. They also fish on the side. They have some navy, and they're kind of like everywhere. They've got a couple bases out here. They've got a base out here that's pretty important, Lothlorien. And going over here, you also have Mirkwood, and all the elf little bases, Rivendell, are very important to the story. So here you have Gandalf, Elrond, as I mentioned earlier, and this is where a lot of the hero units are starting. So that's pretty much it for all the different players. And like I said, I wish I had the names from the start. If you go back and visit, like for example, we have Erebor, the dwarf land here. Yeah, Iron Hills, Dale. So yeah, the names just make things a lot better. Over here we have Dol Guldur, Guldur, sorry for the enemies. And there's some little things I want to show you as well. So we saw Bjorn here on the map, just to end off here. Okay, here, sorry, this is Treebeard. This is where you get the end. So it's a little crew out here. You got Treebeard chilling out here. Then you got some, hold on. Oh yeah, right here you have Radagast. So like the brown wizard, and he's got, obviously he's the guy with nature, so it's represented by all the animals in the forest. So super beautiful, really amazing scenario here. Dude, I feel like I can play just hours of this and just game after game, and every game feels very fun. That's what I felt. I only played one game, but that's the kind of feeling I got. Like that one game was so epic, and there was so many things I didn't get a chance to do. So I just felt like the more I play, the more I'm going to discover that there's more things to do. And it just felt so in-depth, so cool, and the gameplay is hella fun on it. I played as Gondor, and you have to control so many different areas while doing so many different quests, while trying to counter what your opponent's doing on both water and the different areas of land that you're going to fight over, not to mention all the resource control. It was unbelievable. Yeah, that's going to be it for this video, a little map overview, Lord of the Rings in Age of Empires 2. And of course, in 2 days, we're going to have my gameplay video on this map as well. Stay tuned, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy. And let me know down below if you're a Lord of the Rings nerd like me and you enjoy this stuff just as much as I do. Take care, guys, and peace.